Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.
Collab and Flat Track Pod brought to you by our partners. ShredDesign.co. If you're looking for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, look no further than ShredDesign.co on Facebook. Euroka Fencing, the place to go for all your rural fencing needs. Classic wheel spokes, Otway Hydro Blasting, make your old girl look new again. Plus, our newest partner, MX Inc. Do you want your bike to stand out in the crowd with custom graphics done by the best? Then contact Luca and the team at MX Inc. And last but not least, Clava, keeping you on track for longer. Now, on to the episode.
All right, so here we are for another episode of the Clover Flat Track Pod. Tonight I've got joining me Tom Northey and number 33, Reid Battye from Queensland. I'm hoping you're in Queensland because I think that's where you live.
New South Wales, born and bred, mate.
Oh, yeah, New South Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I get that wrong? Oh, I must have been. Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a shame. You give Tom something else to bag me out about. So let's move along quickly. So New South Wales, whereabouts in New South Wales are you?
Grafton, New South Wales.
Yeah, right. Where's that? You'll have to tell me because I've got no idea.
Oh, it's close to Queensland. It's about 3 hours from Queensland, but just north of Coffs Harbour.
Oh, okay. I wasn't that far off then. Yeah, 3 hours is pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's is that sort of going towards Byron Bay? Is that right?
Yeah. Sort of towards Byron Bay. We actually just moved here. I'm actually originally born and bred on the south coast of New South Wales, down in Bermuda, which is like a small little town, 2,000 people. But yeah, we moved up to Coffs Harbour or to Sawtell probably around 8 years ago or so. So yeah, been around the area for a little while now.
Big Banana, that's it, isn't it? Coffs Harbour, the Big Banana, that's right.
Yeah, the Big Banana.
Yeah, we stopped there on the way back from round 2 and 3 last year from Brisbane. Yeah. Is it round 2 and 3? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah.
It's always a tourist attraction. I drive past it every day, so I don't even look at it anymore. But
yeah, you'd be used to that. What do they call it when you're used to something? I'm going to have a lot of brain fading tonight, mate. I apologise. I just I was up till 1 o'clock this morning doing my graphics kit, and then the dog was jumping all over the bed. I reckon I got about 2 hours sleep or something. It was pretty bad.
Shocking.
He says this every podcast, so he's got an excuse when he balls everything up. So
Here come out the excuses.
That's right. Get it in early.
It might be really bad today. This is starting to become a trend as well, this roasting Darcy on the pod.
It's all too easy, mate. You set it up for us.
So, since we're roasting someone, what's the go, mate? You ditched us for your buddies the other night. We had a pod all lined up, and you said, "No, I got my mates over." What?
Oh no, I had an unexpected birthday party, and yeah, it was my birthday the other day, and I had a few mates turn up, and they were, I think they already smashed about 2 cases before they got here. And
nice.
Yeah, if I'd have done the pod that night, I reckon it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been too good. It would have been a bit noisy in the background.
That might have,
that's all right. Would have been great content.
Yeah, Tom would love that. Might have been our best one yet. So how old did you turn?
Oh man, I'm getting old. 23.
23. Oh
23. Yeah.
Only to be 23 again, Tom.
No. I'm still covering from it.
You've done it
it's
once,
funny. Like I got a 15-year-old sister, and like she thinks that I'm like old now. Like, and I remember when I was 15, you look at someone at 23 and you're like, yeah, they're so old. But like, I don't know. You get to this age and I still feel like a young kid. But yeah,
I'm 47. I feel like a young kid, and I'm told constantly by my daughters that I act like one. So I must feel like one. That must be true.
That's
it. So before we get into the racing, what do you do with yourself outside of racing? You're working up there in Coffs. What do they do around there?
I'm actually a stonemason by trade. We do like stone retaining walls and cladding of housing and stuff like that. But I actually just got a new job 2 weeks ago. I work for the council now. So it's a bit more laid back and just casual at the moment with them. But yeah, just working, doing my training and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me day-to-day stuff.
Is that still based around Stone, like for their local works and that sort of thing, or is it in a different department?
Yeah, it's a different department now. Yeah, I actually wanted to get away from the Stone a little bit. I don't know. It's a good job. It's definitely like physically hard, but yeah, I'm working with the maintenance crew now, so it's just maintaining council buildings and stuff like that.
Cool.
So yeah, no, it's good. It's a bit more cruisy than before, which I actually like it. So yeah,
a job forever when you get in with the council, isn't it? You got to suck it up pretty bad to get kicked out of there.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't done anything wrong yet, so I'm going all right.
Yeah, sweet. 2 weeks in, sounds good.
Yeah.
So do you do a bit of surfing and that? The beach is quite close by, isn't it?
Yeah. I do a heap of surfing. Not really lately because Grafton's like a little bit. We're about half an hour from the beach now, which sucks a bit. But yeah, I grew up surfing my whole life. My dad was actually a really good surfer. He was a sponsored surfer back in the day, and that's what he sort of grew up doing. And yeah, so since a young age of surf, but yeah, no, I try and do a little bit, but yeah, sort of at the moment the water's gone a bit cold, so just steering away from it a bit.
You go head to the dirt a bit more. So
yeah,
sort of winter down here, but not really up there, is it? Because warmer climate, and is there still plenty of racing going on up your way?
yeah, it's a bit warmer up here. We have the cold mornings here, but yeah, no, it's all right. It's sort of getting a bit colder now, I guess. But yeah, for the racing side of thing, up here, it's been a bit quiet, to be honest. Doing a lot of traveling to try and ride, So it's it's racking up the Ks, that's for sure, in the car.
And now, so before we start going off on a tangent, let's go back to the beginning. You were talking about your dad being a surfer. Was he also the one that got you into bikes? Where does the bikes influence come from?
Yeah, he got me into bikes too. So he started racing. He always had like a dirt bike and that. I think from around maybe like 16, he bought himself I think it was a CR80 back in the day. And then his mum and dad confiscated it off him. Then they sold it on him. He wasn't allowed a motorbike. But yeah, then when he got a bit older, I think around like 19, 20, he got into road racing. And then went from there sort of thing. And that's where he went. He done probably about 6 or so years on the road, just doing like club day stuff, nothing really too serious, but he had the bug for it. And then when I was a young kid, I used to go to the track, like went to Eastern Creek, most weekends and that, like following him. So yeah, sort of got it from there a little bit.
So on the flat track side of thing, Tom said to me, I think it was at what's the one at Kempsey?
Oh, the Akubra.
Yeah, Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra Classic. Yeah. I think this first time Tom might have you came on Tom's radar and he asked me if I knew much about you, which I didn't. And then since then, between then and now, and talking to other people, I think we know a few of the same people, like Matty Barton and maybe maybe Zane Pinner and all that from road riding. And so was dirt track your first discipline, or did you go sort of straight to road and get into a bit of the blue crew stuff?
No, dirt track was the first. I got a bike, I think, when I was about 3 or so. And then we went to Summersby, to Central Coast there, because that's where I actually was living when I was a kid. And we went there most weekends, done all the club day stuff and practice days and stuff. And then I raced on dirt track on 65s and 85s and went all right, like won fair few New South Wales titles, and I was racing against pretty much all the same people I race against now, or most of them. But yeah, so I raced that to start off with, and then I got into road racing when I was about 13, 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And was that through Dad's influence to come and try some road racing, or was it someone you met in the pits at the dirt track? Or
no, it was Dad, because he done road racing when, like, pretty much that's what he done, road racing. And we looked at other options like motocross and stuff, but my mum never let me go and do jumps or anything. And the only time I did, I went and broke my leg. So she was like, "Oh, that's out of the equation. So we steered away from motocross, which is probably good. I'll probably be pretty busted up, I reckon, if I went down motocross way. But yeah, we went to road race and Dad got me into that. We went and got a CBR 150 off I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Ilish Ross? She was they called her Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop. Yeah.
Yeah, we bought her old 150 and the whole thing was pink. And I rode a pink bike for it would have been like 6 months, I reckon. But yeah, we got the 150, went down, did the Victorian Road Race Championships, sort of started off there, and then done the MRRDA, like the junior stuff. And then from there, a guy at Broadford seen me on the 150 and asked if I wanted to go on his 300. And so anyway, we had to go on that and went pretty good in just a practice day. And then we went down to the Vic titles and ended up going out, getting pole, winning 2 races. Then I got taken out in one, I think. But we were like, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. So then we went on from there. And the dude whose bike it was, Doug Bloomer, his name was, he helped me out heaps, actually, in the long run. But he offered to do a round of the ASBKs, like the first round, the Super Sport 300.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we went to that at Wakefield Park, and I ended up putting it on pole. And I think I got a new lap record in the qualifying. And we weren't expecting it at all. We were going there to just have a crack, It was just like, oh, yeah, let's just go and have a crack at this. And yeah, we went there, and I ended up winning 2 races and got something in the third one. I don't know what it came, but it's ended up winning the round overall. And we were leading the championship, and I was 14. So I was like, all right, like we're going all right. And then, yeah, the rest of the year we done pretty good, but I ended up breaking my leg and then put us out for a round and didn't win the championship that year. And then, yeah, the next year went out and ended up winning the championship with Kawasaki. So that was pretty cool.
So what age group are the other riders in that?
It was 300 class open, so you're racing.
Oh, okay.
I think I was the youngest person at that time to like win a race in the category because at the time you had to be 16 to race in it, and then they changed the age limit now to 14, I think it is. But we had to get an exemption to actually like race in the category. So yeah,
sort of like in America to race the miles, you get a exemption or get a test to make sure that you're capable, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So no, it was cool. It was a good experience that first year, that's for sure. Good fun.
So you keep carrying on, and did you sort of want to have a career in motorcycling? Did you want to go down the GP sort of route, or did you want to stay just amateur, or what was the story behind all that?
No, I definitely wanted to keep going with it. I went to Asia, went to Malaysia for the Asia Talent Cup tryouts, and I got selected for that. And then I raced that for I did 5 rounds of it, and then ended up getting an offer off a team in Italy to go and do a wild card in the World Super Sport 300 Championship. And I was doing the Asia Talent Cup at the same time I was racing here in Australia too. So I ended up winning the Super Sport 300 Championship here in Australia in 2017. And then I got a ride over there for 2018. And I raced there for 2018. I did pretty much nothing. I got sort of the raw end of the stick, really. The deal sounded awesome. And, you go over there not really knowing what you're going into. And we paid a lot of money, like, to go there, like every other Aussie does, to go road racing. It costs a lot of money, So it was sort of all we could really afford as well. And, we put everything into it and sort of got screwed over by the team and stuff. So that was a bit of a shame, to be honest. It's such an unknown going over there. But we came back, and then 2019 I got signed up by Suzuki Australia, and I raced for them in 2019, and we done really well. First year on a 600, Super Sport 600, I was second round. I qualified front row and finished third for the round, and went on from there. I was pretty much podium every race, and getting better and better. And then that winter, I went out in the first race and got the whole shot. Went around the second turn, and it just been sprinkling a little bit, and had a massive high side and broke my back, and broke my pelvis, and had like a fairly decent injury, and that put me out for the rest of the year. And then I had another deal lined up for Suzuki with 2020, and that year Suzuki ended up pulling out of the championship completely. And yeah, so that was it for that. And then COVID hit, and we didn't really do anything else. So yeah, sort of at that time we had to think about it, and road racing was costing a lot of money, and every weekend was pretty stressful. And so we were like, oh, it's very hard to like stop it when you've put so much into it. But yeah, we were like, oh, we'll just get a dirt bike again and just go back to doing a bit of dirt track.
Fortunately, at the same time, it was probably the AFTN was starting up or starting to, well, the whispers of it coming was sort of probably happening about that time, wasn't it? Was 22 maybe? I think that was the first test year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
the December round. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. But,
is that the year they went to Wagga for the first one?
No, they actually.
Because
no,
the very first one they went to Wagga, then they went to Appin, then they went to Kempsey.
I thought that's Sultan's the Slide, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it run
no,
by the
I'm
same?
actually meaning the AFTN. No, it's
right, okay.
slightly different. He actually was on that committee of people.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
And he broke away and started the AFTN. Yeah, but the Sultan's a Slide. Did you do that, Reid?
No, I didn't do that. I got a bike in 2023. That's when I got a bike again. And I had a motocross bike, and I was just riding a bit of motocross and that, but I ended up getting a speedway bike at the end of, they started 2023. And I sort of, that's what I've been doing lately, a lot of speedway. But we thought we'd get a bike for 23 as well and do some flat track. And then we got the 19s and stuff, and I done that. Yeah, the first round I done of it was, I done happen, but I made it one race and bloody KO'd myself. and then we thought we'd have a crack at Brisbane, and that was all right. So
had you ridden on 19s before?
Nah, never. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so the Akubra Classic was probably your first, I think that was your first time on oil, wasn't it?
Yeah, first time on oil. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I seen him was the New South Wales track titles at Coffs Harbour.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the 19 support class. I think that's when I mentioned it to you, and then I think it was the Akubra. You were the only one on 19s, or ones I could see on 19s. And it's smashing bars with Sammy Davis at the front, and I'm like, holy shit, who is this guy? Like, and that's when I messaged you and said, mate, we need to get onto this bloke and see what he's all about. You kind of come from nowhere, which was a surprise sort of thing. Like, he's seen you at every event, and it's been great.
He has and he hasn't. It sounds like you got a lot of work under that hat that you've done. Even though it was on a road bike, and road races seem to have really good corner entry speed from what I've seen anyway. Most road races seem to come in like they're an absolute lunatic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me. You brake too hard. You brake too hard on the front. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Hold on, is that how you wiped yourself out at Appin?
Appin. We all went into the first turn, and everyone bunched in, and qualifying second row there, mate, is not good. Yeah.
I think that actually was that the one that had like 5 restarts?
Yeah.
That's when Zane did his knee, I think. He was first or second restart, I can't remember. He did his knee as well.
Yeah.
But it was really bunching him badly there, wasn't it? And it's not good when you're behind a whole lot of blokes.
Nah, not at all. It was I was excited for that week, and I think the first race I went out and I was way back in like 10th or something, and then I come through the field and got up to 4th and finished there, and I was like, right, we changed a lot on the bike as well, and because I never really ridden on them too much on the dirt. I think I rode there, and then maybe I rode Coffs after that, I think it was. But it was the first time on them pretty much there, so it was like a lot to like change and figure out. First race meeting on them, so it was I think the other boys had done a bit more time on them than me too. So it's we worked it out. And then the second race, obviously, I crashed, and I think I knocked myself out. And they were like, "Nah, mate, you're not going back out." I was like, "Nah, I'm sweet. My helmet, I've got a spare helmet. I'm good to go." And they were like, "Nah, mate, you're going home." I was like, "Oh, whatever." But yeah, come back this year.
Yeah, that's a shame. But you still ended the year off pretty well, didn't you? I actually didn't look up the results. I should have done that. But where did you end up in the champion? Well, it wasn't a championship, but where did you end up in the end results? Can you remember?
Oh, well, I only done that one race at Appen, and then I did Brisbane, and that was all I did. So I didn't do
Didn't you do
Gunnedah.
Gunnedah? Oh,
No, I
right.
didn't do Gunnedah. But
Yeah.
I think Gunnedah clashed the same weekend as Speedway, so I went Speedway. But yeah, the round at Gunnedah I missed out on, and Brisbane I finished second on the first day overall, and then the Sunday I ended up bloody having a bit of a crash in the last race, but I think the points were like super tight. I think I maybe was first in points for Sunday, but then I had the crash on Sunday, and then that put me out of the points. So I ended up finishing maybe fifth or something. But yeah, championship was, I think I might have been 10th or something like that, 10th or 11th.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you still did pretty well for not being there very often. Some
Yeah.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
one of our other pods, I think I mentioned that, and we were looking at the points, and and at that stage, I didn't have old man syndrome, and I actually realised that you weren't at Gunnedah. But
yeah.
so you made that comment. But what's your plan for this year? Are you going to do all the rounds? Do you think, or?
Yeah, definitely. This year's yeah, we're going all out this year. I got a really good sponsor, Adam Liebke, who's from Australian Road Services. And
Cool.
yeah, we're doing we've got a bike set up for 19s that he's supplying, and yeah, we've been doing a little bit of testing on it. We're actually going out this weekend to Gunnedah to do the New South Wales titles out there. And then we were out there, I think, about a month ago or so for their like memorial meeting, I think it was,
The
100-year
100.
celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up winning on the 19s out there, so that was good. And then yeah, we won the 19s class, and I think I finished second and third in the other ones in the Pro 450 and MX Open. But yeah, no. So we'll go back out there and get some more testing in, which will be good.
And I've got to say, I'm going to pump up your head a bit here. It's pretty impressive to be second, third, first at Gunnedah, because, like you said, well, that's probably about your fourth time on oil now. So it's not like you're an oil expert, and a lot of those guys have ridden there many laps. So yeah, well done, mate. That's a pretty good effort. And on that note, I wanted to ask you what you think the similarities between oil and bitumen are. So I know it's a totally different seating position to a road bike and that sort of stuff. And the other flip side of that is, have you ever done any motard racing that sort of helps on the oil, do you think? Or
Yeah, like your first question, I reckon the ride on oil is sort of like riding in the wet on the road. It's very similar, like it's sort of like riding in a drying track on the road, which I was actually quite good at. You know, if you go off the line, you're going nowhere pretty much. You know, you're in the greasy stuff. But yeah, like I don't mind it. It's very one-liney, I find oil. It's good when you can overtake a little bit more. But yeah, like motard wise, I've done a little bit of motard overseas when I was in Italy. And I rode a fair bit with David A. Giuliano, and he was a world superbike rider at the time, Ducati. And yeah, we've done a bit of riding with him. And I don't know, it's not the same, I guess, as riding on oil. I don't know. I find riding on oil is more like riding in the wet on the road sort of thing, you know. But yeah, no, I like the oil. It is fun, you know. It's good. It sort of suits my style a lot too, because I brake really hard in the front. You know, like we're out there. What was it? Only a month ago, out at Gunnedah, I was like, we couldn't stiffen up the forks enough. I was like on the bottom everywhere. So now we're going back out there. We've got some heaps heavier springs in there, and yeah, it should be sweet.
Or you could just use less front brake.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Maybe he needs to take off. We got an oversized front brake on there. I think you might need to take it off and just put the standard one on. It'd probably do me better.
Yeah. Then you'll get brake fade and overshoot the corner completely, or wipe yourself out.
That's it. Yeah.
No, it sounds like the guys around you know what they're talking about. So
100%.
right track. But I like your analogy about the oil track being like a wet track drying out. That makes sense actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I've ridden a couple wet road tracks in New Zealand actually, and
Yep.
yeah, exactly that they sort of a line dries up. You stick to that, otherwise, yeah,
Yeah,
you're on your ass pretty quick.
yeah. Oh, trust me, first time on oil was at Akubra, and then we went out for the Gunnedah one like about a month ago, and yeah, the first race I outbroke myself and ran out into the slick, and oh mate, I lost like 10 positions in like 3 seconds. I was like, all right, it feels like being in a Moto3 race. Like you can't make a mistake. So
you're learning quick by the sounds of it. That's good. And this year being a championship, does that change anything in your mindset? Like, does it put more pressure on you, or you don't get hooked up on that sort of stuff?
nah, not really. Doesn't really put any pressure on me. Everyone wants to win. That's why you go there. I want to win. It's why I arrive, and I put a lot into it too. Like I do a lot of training and stuff to try and stay fit and be ready for it. So, that's what I'm doing now, and I want to do the best I can for Adam as well and myself, and everyone that's supporting me. So it's we'll see how we go. It's sort of now it's a championship. It's over few rounds or 6 rounds, but I think it's good because it takes the pressure off a final, how like it's usually run in Australia. It's over time, so the most consistent person's going to win. So that's my goal. Just stay consistent and stay out of trouble.
And that's I love to hear that, because it's talking a bit more about strategy and like you're saying, in an Australian title, it's all on the one day. If you blow it up there, then you have to wait a year, not
Yeah, mate.
not a month or so until you can have another crack.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's great, and I hope it expands to a few more rounds over the years. I imagine it will. It's just baby steps at the moment, but it's pretty good, and hopefully we get some new tracks as well come on board. So what do you think? Oh, well, you didn't do Gunnedah, so you've done Gunnedah at other events, but what did you think of the 3 different tracks? Even though 2 of them are sand granite, they were quite different, weren't they? Brisbane and Appin.
Very different.
Well, you didn't get to do Appin long either.
Nah, I only done the round track at Appin, but the TT track looked like it was fun. I'm good on both, but I don't know, the TT, like the technical tracks, I'll probably go better at. But yeah, to be honest, Appin, I was riding it completely wrong when I was there. I now know why I was going slow around there, because I was trying to ride like a speedway bike flat out, sideways around the whole thing. And you watch Kirkness around there, and like later watching a few videos and talking to some people, I'm like, yeah, you just got to 2-wheel it the whole way, So that's the fastest way around there. And it's Brisbane was good. Like I like Brisbane, and I like the loose dirt. A few more lines. You can go wide, you can go tight. Sort of you can change it up a bit more, and I like Brizzy. Sort of just riding in the loose dirt suits my style a bit more as well.
Have you ever ridden at Griffiths?
Never, no.
Yeah, I recommend going to have a crack there under lights. I'm not sure when that next one is, but that's pretty good. Yeah, because it's somewhere in the middle between a hard oil and a loose granite track. It's sort of bizarre, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to come out for a crack. That'd be good.
Yeah, I didn't have a very good time there, but I did enjoy the layout and I could see that, on a good day, it would be good. Yeah, interesting track. I reckon that would be a good place for another round of the AFTN. You mentioned Speedway a couple of times. So, and I saw you at the Vic Titles at Undera, and we had a quick chat.
Yep.
And actually, I think I was calling you. I think I was calling someone else you, because they changed the lineup in the pits, but they didn't tell me. So I'm going, oh, this should be Reid. This should be whoever else. And the guy next to me is going, no, it's not. And I'm going, well, it is on my paperwork. So I apologise about that if it mixed anyone up. But we got there in the end. But you were sort of saying Speedway is your main focus. Is that still the case, or?
Yeah, it is. It is this year. Speedway's the main focus, I guess, now. But yeah, it's taken a little while. Well, not really. It's completely different Speedway. Like coming from road racing, obviously it's the complete opposite. But when I was young, like we were going to go the Speedway like journey, but we ended up going road. And I went to a come and try day with Craig Boyce down at Nepean, and yeah, from then I was sort of hooked on it. I enjoyed it a lot, and we went out, and yeah, it's the first few race meetings I done. Probably Vic Titles was probably like my second or third race meeting, and that track is tight. And compared to the other tracks I was riding, it's very tight. And I think I hit the wall like 3 times down there. Like I had a shitter, I'll tell you that. But anyway,
it's like barrel racing, isn't it?
yeah. Oh yeah, I was hating it. I was hating life. After that meeting, I was like, nah, stuff Speedway. But no, it's good. I got a lot of help of Darcy Ward and Boise, and a lot of the guys in Speedway. They're pretty supportive. So been doing a lot of training and riding with that. So that's been good.
And apart from enjoying it and being on the bike and that, is it because you can make a career out of it? Is that part of the reason that you want to do that? Or like, do you want to be a professional motorcycle racer, or you're just quite happy working for the council and if you can make a bit of money on the side racing bikes and that you will? What do you have a sort of end goal that you're chasing?
Yeah, 100%. I'm definitely chasing to make something out of it. That's for sure. That's I don't reckon I'd be doing it otherwise. I probably would be riding, but yeah, I definitely want to go into a like more professional career with it. So it's something to look forward to. Hopefully to go over there and have a crack, and all the boys earning pretty good money out there. So that's the goal.
So
try and
UK,
make
you're
something out
referring
of it.
to? You're referring to the UK? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the good thing is now with like the series starting here in Australia with the 19s and stuff, it's a good pathway, I guess, to go to America as well. Like it's you gotta look at some of the Aussies over there, like, Jane and Whale and that, like they're and probably earning a good living over there and doing really well for themselves. So it's it's good to see, and I think it's good that it's in Australia now to be a stepping stone into America.
Well, it definitely appears like they are. I mean, you don't know when you're not in someone else's shoes, are you? So it's hard to know how hard or how easy or whatever they make it look easy on social media. But I imagine it's not that easy. But yeah, as you know, or you probably heard me say millions of times, I want us to be coming here and earning money, not going over there. But you're right. At the moment, it's a great pathway to go over and have experience already, and then be able to go over there and show what Aussies are made of, and maybe get a chance like Tom and Max. But they're pretty slim pickings over there too. It's a pretty dog eat dog world, and same with Speedway. But like you're saying, in the UK, Speedway seems to have some pretty good earning potential. So I can see why you might be angling for that. But hopefully we can keep you here and give you some money, throw money at you here, so you stay here on the 19th. So I reckon that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it'd be great if it was in Australia. That's the thing. Like all these, everyone has to travel over there to try and make something out of it, and we're in their backyard over there. So it'd be great if we could get something going here, and have something to for even just anyone really to make a career out of it. It'd be handy rather than busting your back all day at work and then driving on the track late Friday nights and stuff. It's definitely it'd be pretty cool.
Tom, is anything popping into your mind? You're sitting pretty quiet there. You got anything you want to ask Reid?
Yeah, I had 3 questions, but you kind of snuck them in there and stole the answers
from me as well. That's why you don't
so
write shit down, mate. You got to wing it. If you write shit down, someone steals your question, then you're stuffed.
No, I didn't even write them down. I had one pop to my head this afternoon. I was going to ask him about, you kind of styled that away with the Speedway thing, but you said you got a Speedway bike at the start of 23. That's not a very long time to be on a Speedway bike, considering the riding style that you have. Have you done Speedway at all before you the start of 23, or that's the beginning?
No, that was the beginning. Yeah, pretty much. I was riding
right.
I went to the come and try day like a few times, and I was like, I need to make sure I actually want to do this and commit to it, before I just go out and buy a bike. And so I went there a few times, and I was like, yeah, righto, look for a bike now, and ended up getting a bike off Hugh Skidmore, his old bike, which he just lives down the road from me, and well, his dad does. And anyway, so I got a bike, and his dad's been helping me heaps, Pete Skidmore, and since then I was like, had to change a lot really with my riding style and sort of just adapt to it. I don't know, they say in Speedway you're probably better off like never riding a motorbike in your life and then jump on a Speedway bike, because it's easier to learn that way. But pretty much on the Speedway bike, it's like get everything you know about riding a motorbike and throw it out the window and start again. First sort of year and a half on it now, and it's been going pretty good.
That's an awesome.
That's impressive. You've taken a like a fish to water.
Did you hear that surname, Tom? Did you hear that surname of the guy that used to own the bike?
I don't know Hugh personally, but I've seen him a million and one times, and that bloke can ride like a freaking demon.
Oh, it's a fantastic surname for a Speedway rider.
He's definitely got a good mentor, that's for sure.
That's it. Yeah, Huey's a legend. Good bloke.
It must have been born for it. Skidmore.
I think he was a bit of a menace on the track.
Sorry, Tom, carry on. I did rudely interrupt you.
No, you're all right, mate. I'm used to it. Keep going.
So you mentioned earlier about training and working out. So is that on and off the bike? Like, what do you do for Speedway training on the bike? Do you have a track? Like, are you guys on property and you have a track at home, or do you just have to rely on club days and that sort of stuff?
It's hard with Speedway. There's nowhere to really ride it, like close by. But I am lucky enough. I got Pete Skidmore, Hugh's dad, and he only lives at Glen Ray, which is like 25 minutes from mine. And he's got a track there. It's super tight and small, but it's a perfect training track, So since I've been riding there, my riding's just gone to another level, and having him there, with Hughes sort of and his knowledge, like, they went overseas for 10, 15 years, so it's good to have that in your back pocket, changing things and stuff like that. But outside of that, I ride at Brisbane a lot, and then whenever Boise has a day on down at the PN, we travel down there for the days down there. So sort of try and ride as much as I can, really. A lot of traveling, but it's good. I enjoy it.
That work-life play balance, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
And I've noticed you ride a pushy a bit. And is it just the road bike you ride and train on, or do you do a bit of mountain biking as well? Or?
Yeah, I do a lot on the pushy. Get yelled at by a lot of car people, but nah, it's all right. I do a fair bit on the pushy. I actually started racing the pushy just because they race like where I used to live, they used to race Wednesdays, and like you could go down to Taree, which was on Thursdays, and I used to do a bit of racing and ended up winning like the last 3 or 4 in a row of their club championships, and then they booted me from the club. They didn't like it, but
yeah, right.
Well, it's only because I was racing. I didn't realise, but in cycling and stuff, you have to be you can't really overtake into corners, and I was punting people, so they didn't really enjoy it.
They're backing it in and sliding around people. Yeah,
it was around this mad go-kart track that they just had there, and it's like downhill corners into like tight like apexes and that, and mate, I was braking hard into there. So they didn't really like that. There was a couple of incidents, no crashes, luckily, but it was pretty funny. Good fitness.
I've never. I think
never heard that before. That's gold.
I can honestly say I think you're the first person I've ever met that said they've been out of a push bike club.
Yeah. Got like a 3-race ban. Yeah, too aggressive.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you say to them, toughen up your pussies and get on a dirt bike? Or?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, a few of them knew me background, and they were like, "Oh, mate, you got to settle down a bit. You can't do that." And I was like, "What are you talking about, mate?" Because the finish line was only like 100 meters out of a real tight corner. So if you could take the corner fast, then you were going to win the race pretty much if you could get out of there, with a good sprint. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It was, a few incidences on the first few, but yeah, after that I sort of calmed down a bit and went back, and I was, oh, sorry boys, but I'll buy you a beer after.
So, any ambitions to do anything else in cycling, like some bigger races, like some of the King of the Mountains or anything like that?
Yeah. I done. I was going to do the one in Grafton here. There's a Grafton Varel. It's like a 250 kilometer race. It's a hard one. It's a 1 day, and there's nearly 4,000 meters of climbing. But I didn't end up doing it this year. But I might do it next year. I'll see how we go. I was training for it, and then they threw I think it was the weekend of Gunnedah. They threw that man on. It was the same weekend, but I would never ditch motorbikes to go do a pushy race. That's for sure. But but yeah, maybe sometime in the future I'll start training up for a bigger race. But a lot of time to do for like a cycling race. It's a lot of training. So it's you're doing, like, I was doing 25-hour weeks on the bike. Like, it was a lot of very tiring. That's
like
for
a
sure.
part-time job.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so
were you getting up early in the morning? Were you getting up early in the morning, going for your ride and going to work, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I'd usually get up about 3:30 and then train and go to work at like 7. And I'd do about 60, 80 Ks in the mornings, and then get home and do like another 40 or something. Yeah, I was doing a fair few Ks, racking up like 500, 600 a week on the pushy, and on the weekends doing like 150, 200K rides. But yeah, it's sort of tamed down a bit now. I'm not training for that race anymore, so I'll leave it till next year. It's like 3 months of torture.
So some people listening to that will say that's nuts, but it is what you've got to do if you want to be a competitive cyclist. They're constantly like they've got a seat stuck to their ears. I mean, you're always on one. It's insane.
Yeah,
I know a couple of cyclists, and you don't really see them much because they're always cycling and training and training and training. Yeah,
makes up your life, really.
Yeah, but look, if you love it, why not? But I actually really enjoy cycling, but not to that extent. I think I'm too old. Maybe when I was younger, I could have done those sort of Ks. But I was just wondering what you think it does for your motorcycling. Like, what do you think the benefits are from the cycling? And is that, so I'm doubling up questions again. Sorry, is that how you got into cycling, to cross train for motorbikes?
Yeah. It's I got into cycling when I was racing on the road, because on the road you got to be, you try and keep your weight down as much as you can, and cycling helps a lot for that. Like, it's quite easy to like lose a lot of weight when you start cycling, and then so pretty much done it for that reason, and then it's just a good all round fitness. Like, I don't really have good knees, or I've broken both my legs before, and I've had a few injuries and stuff, and running's it's too high impact for me. Like, I go for like a run and I'm brooding, mate, like for a week after it. Like, I'm like, crawling around, like it's terrible. But that's why I sort of started cycling a bit more. And then one thing just led to the next, and then I started doing a few races, like a few crit races and stuff, and actually enjoyed it. It was, it's a bit of an adrenaline rush, really. You get to like your last lap and everyone's all out. So, that was good fun. And then, for the dirt, it's great training for the dirt. I used to suffer from arm pump a lot. And now I don't get any arm pump. I don't fatigue on the bike. Like, towards the end of the race, I'm, going faster than the start. So that's a good thing about it, good for your fitness. So, yeah.
And that will help in AFT. And I know they're longer races than your normal sprint race, but it probably won't affect you at all by the sounds of it.
Ah, that's it. Yeah, not when you do like 6 hours on a bike a day. A 5-minute race isn't too bad. Yeah. But no, I'll tell you what, Speedway though, 1-minute race, takes it out of you, that's for sure.
So what are some of the things, have you learned techniques that help reduce that? Like, so I know certain things like breathing, or maybe being on an exercise bike and getting your heart rate up before you go out. Have you learned stuff like that yet? Or like to take it
Yeah.
sort of next level so you can compete with the fast guys around the world, hopefully?
Yeah, well, that's it. To be honest, when I was road racing, I used to get arm pumped really bad, and that was sort of let me down a lot. Start races off really fast, and then towards the end I'd fade and couldn't hold on. But now, yeah, I do. I never used to warm up before a race. Now I always make sure I warm up, even if it's just going for like just a quick, doing a bit of skipping or just going for a little jog or something. Like I find for me, it helps. Like I see a lot of people that don't really do much and they seem to be fine. But for me, if I just sit around, I go ride, I get arm pump, and I don't really feel good. I don't feel like I'm ready for it. So yeah, I always do a bit of stretching, bit of a warm up and stuff before I ride.
It is an elite athlete thing. Like in every sport, no one will go in cold. Especially when they have teams around them and experts here, they don't let them, because it's not so much, or it is a little bit, you're ready to fire then because you already got your heart rate up, but it's also injury reduction, so on your joints and that sort of stuff. And the people might go, "Oh, you're sitting on a motorbike," but if you ram into a wall and that impact and that sort of stuff, you can definitely get injuries off that. As where if before the ligaments and muscles and that are warmed up, you're most likely going to get you got a little bit more room to move.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just the way you move on a bike too. Like, it's massive. Like, makes a big difference, I reckon. Like, you never see a footy player run onto the field without warming up first. In every sport, it's just how it is. Like, my dad gets on the bike here at home, and we have like a little track around the farm and that. He doesn't warm up nothing, mate. Like, he doesn't even know what a stretch is. but he gets on the bike, he rides around, he's that stiff, and I'm like, you just need to do a bit of stretching. Like, I don't think you can lift his leg off the foot peg, mate. Like, putting it down around the corner, like he dip has, but it does make a big difference, I reckon, for sure.
So and what about food and diet and that sort of thing? You said you haven't had dinner yet because we forced you onto the pod at 7 o'clock, and you just got home, and you'd said you'd been at the gym. So what is a day for a Reid Battye like? You're eating pretty clean. You go to the gym, go to work.
Yeah. It's funny, the dude I work with, he's actually he's like a mad dietitian, and he has a really good food plan and that. So it's actually nice to work with him because, most people, they eat whatever. But, I don't know, it comes and goes, to be honest. Like, some days I'll be smashing not all the time. I suppose I'm eating pretty clean all the time, but I don't mind a good feed from KFC or something every now and then. But definitely most of the days are, black coffee and, eggs and stuff like that, and sort of a bit lower carb and stuff like that. But it's sort of just trying to eat healthy, really. That's the main thing. It's really hard to out-train a bad diet. So, it's, pays to eat well.
So what have been your racing highlights so far?
So far, probably, I won the 2017 ASBK, the Supersport 300 Championship. That was good. That was a good year for me. Getting the deal with Suzuki was pretty cool, and then podium in the Supersport 600 class most rounds. That was good, and then probably, I don't know, this year's been pretty good for me so far as well. Like, we got third 2 weeks ago at the Aussie titles. In both classes, in Pro 450 and MX Open. And, it was good. The finals for me, like, I don't know why, but every time I've gone into a final in dirt track lately, in the last year and a half, I always seem to not be on it as much as the heats, I guess. It's I don't know, it just comes down to that one race, and I'm getting a lot better at it. This year I've been on the podium more times than not. And so I guess that Brisbane I finished second, on the Saturday, so that was good. But just getting better at speedway as well, and just seeing the improvements. Really, it's the main thing.
And congratulations at the track titles. I think Tom might have a question around the track titles, don't you, Tom?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw you in the deep end here. What happened with you and Caution after one of those heats? It seemed like there was a bit of there was a few words exchanged before they come back into the pits.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. There's a few things said. Me and him don't really talk much anymore, but it's there was Oh, it was a racing incident, the first thing that happened. But yeah, there was probably a couple of things that happened on track really. But me and him haven't really said anything to each other. I respect him as a rider, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're both out there trying to win, so we're going to come together, and we'll wait and see to see him on the next one, really.
So what were you doing? Just rubbing elbows and got a little bit too close, or was it a bit block past you and run into me?
Yeah, it was a bit of a I got a bit of a crappy start, and we went down the first turn, and I came through a few people, and then on the exit I got a better run and come down the straight. We come together, and then the next turn I copped a bit of a T-bone off him.
Right, okay.
He ran me into the wall pretty hard, and it was lucky both didn't really go down, but I don't really want to say too much more, but it wasn't really after the race. I couldn't really hear much of what he was saying, but he wasn't very happy, and a few things happened really. So it to put it this way, we're not really mates. I'll tell you that much.
No, that's fair enough, mate. Don't you worry. I don't have. There's a couple of people that don't speak to me anymore from a few incidents. So don't worry, mate. You're not the only one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not in the friendship group, that's for sure.
Not on Christmas card terms anymore.
Nah, that's it. Yeah.
It's good to see that. It's good to see the passion, and as you know, the quality of racing in that event was unreal. So, well done on that. Getting 2/3 in an Aussie title, especially with a field like that. Like you beat 3, maybe 4 Australian title holders hands down. So congratulations, mate. That was awesome.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, thank you. No, it was good. It was a good weekend. We had I only ridden that bike twice as well.
Yeah,
so
wow.
it was, it's we're getting better and better step by step. So, it's good to see the improvements, that's the main thing. And I think we just keep going in the way we're going. We'll, hopefully be on the top step maybe in the next one. So, that's the goal going into every race. But we'll see where it takes us.
So you're going to make the trip up the Proserpine for the Aussie Dirt Track as well?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I think we're mainly focusing on the 19 series. From now on, so
that.
So that's probably steer more to the 19s for the rest of the year.
I think you might have to wait for a club day, Gunnedah, because I think I just heard today that they've postponed the New South Wales Dirt Track titles.
Oh, they have
because of the weather that's coming in. So
you might have to head over there for
you might have to head over there for a club day. To get some
come down to Mildura and race with me on Saturday.
That's a little further than Gunnedah.
That's all right. They were already travelling anyway. Just keep going.
Not that far.
Mildura, mate. I don't even know how far that is. Long way.
I imagine it's a long way. It's 5 hours for me from here, and it's going northwest, I think. North. Well, it's called Northwestern Victoria Motorcycle Club. So
I lived out at do you know a place called Balranald at all? It's like in the middle of nowhere, out back New South Wales. My mum was a paramedic, and we moved out there for a year, and it's literally in the desert, like full desert, mate. Crazy, dead flat, red dirt, and that was I think that was about three or so hours from Mildura, but I went there a couple of times. I think when I was like a young fella on a 65. So
what a shame you didn't have a speedway bike then.
I know.
Red dirt, flat.
I used to ride me 65 and 85 around in the bush, and I'd swear you'd run over like 5 brown snakes every time. 100%.
Hard country, up there, I reckon. It's a crack up driving there. You're driving along, everything's green and pretty, and next minute there's these like watermelon things all over the ground, and it's all red sand and
Yeah.
just stick trees hanging out of the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah. You
It's
head
pretty
along
bizarre.
the Hay Plain. I remember the Hay Plain. That's all I remember about the road out there. God, it was a dead straight road for like felt like 10 hours. It's crazy. And I remember sitting in the car just like this road sucks. And one day mum bought a brand new Commodore and we were like, yeah, sweet. Like I was on this school excursion and I was like, yeah, sweet. Like waiting till my mum and dad rock up. Like you'll see this new car we got. Like, as a young kid, I thought it was mad. And anyway, they rock up and they were doing like 140 along the Hay Plain and hit a roo, and it tore the whole motor was like torn out of it. Everything, the bumper was gone, bonnet, and all my mates are like, "We said you had a new car, mate. Like, what is that?" It was just destroyed.
Some pretty wild country in Australia. When we were going to Griffith and we were following maps, I wish I had some paper maps actually because I'm sick of Google Maps because it takes you on some crazy ass ways. We're going along nice sealed roads, and next minute it's like we're doing the fucking Dakar, and I've got the bike on one of those dodgy table racks, and you can just see it going left and right and the vision mirror. Hitting these big bumps and stuff, and I just going, holy shit, I hope this road goes back to Tarsiel soon.
Yeah, no, it does. It takes you on some ventures sometimes. But no, it was pretty cool living out there. After that they sold that thing. No, actually it was written off. I think it was totally destroyed. And they got a 4-wheel drive after that, so it was all right. But it was
something
rough.
they can put a bull bar on.
Yeah, that's it. And I think they got that, to be honest. And then they wrote that off 6 months later. They hit an emu.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
what
pretty funny.
were they? What sort of were they big? Sorry, what area was that? Was that in the Mildura area?
Yeah, Balranald. It was still New South Wales, but it was classed as outback.
So
New
did you
South
have
Wales.
Eastern Greys there, or the big red? It wouldn't be big reds, would it be Eastern Greys? I think the kangaroos.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm
would
not
still
sure.
get big. Yeah, they still get big.
Yeah. No, it's bloody wildlife out there, mate. It's crazy. Nuts.
So, you talked about America. Is that something that you've got sort of in your sights, or it just depends how the speedway goes, or is there any plans?
I'd love to go to.
Either
I'd love to go
discipline.
and have a look over there. That's for sure. It'd be a great experience. I watch most of the rounds and stuff of like the boys over there and stuff, and it looks awesome. The mile tracks and that. I reckon that'd be something on the bucket list to do. But yeah, like we'll see how Speedway goes. But talking to Adam loves the 19C. He froths the whole setup, and he's very passionate about it all, which is awesome to be around. And so there might be something maybe next year or the end of this year or something. I don't know, we might talk about it and see what happens. So yeah.
So what's the bike? So is he providing the bike for you to race? Is that the agreement?
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome.
So I had a bike last year and I ended up blowing the thing to pieces at North Brisbane Cup. I went out for my first heat and I got 4 laps out of it and it absolutely shat itself. So ended up pretty much after that. It was a funny story how it worked out. He ended up buying some parts off me when I was partnered out. And he asked me, what are you doing? And I said, just doing Speedway and that. I can't really afford to do both and get another bike and whatnot. And he was like, well, I've got a bike here if you want to have a go. So since then I've been riding his bike every weekend. I feel a bit bad.
So is that a KTM as well?
Yeah, KTM. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're meant to be weapons out of the box. Do you reckon that's right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I reckon that I don't know, it's funny. I've ridden, like, I used to have an old YZ 450 and I had a CRF 450 as well. And both of them were stock and nothing done to them. But yeah, riding the KTM, like these ones obviously aren't stock. They've got a bit of work done to them, but you can just feel that they suit the flat track better. I don't know if it's how they flex or how they sit. I think they sit naturally a bit lower to the ground and stuff as well. But yeah, definitely feel comfy on it. Like I felt comfy on it straight away. So very good bike.
Yeah, awesome. America, maybe. UK, maybe. Stay in Australia if someone throws wads of cash at you, maybe. Looks
Yeah.
like you've got a pretty bright
got
future on a
options.
motorcycle, which is good. So,
Yeah, as long as I'm
that-
riding the bike, I'm happy. That's the main thing, you know.
yeah, that's awesome. And I think we've covered most of the stuff. Is there anything, Tom, that you had in mind that I'm missing?
No, mate. Yeah, you've pretty much taken all the words out of my mouth. So, no, definitely not.
You've just taken all my words out of my mouth. Now I don't know what to say.
That's why the last podcast I had Matty call me up and he goes, "Yeah, shit, you got a few words in the Aussie title recap." I said, "Yeah, I had to pretty much talk over Darcy the whole time and just kept going and going and going." He goes, "Yeah, I realised that." He goes, "I was laughing halfway through it because Darcy was trying to butt in, but he wouldn't get a fucking word in."
Yeah,
Is
you've
that
been
when
doing
Darcy
that.
ripped all his hair out?
No, that was before
No,
that.
mate.
He's starting to grow it back now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That was on the first order. It's fucking
Oh, too good.
yeah. Bloody hell, Reid. You're settling in. You're paying me out and everything. We've only been going
He
an
should
hour
be
and
a
19.
regular as well.
Oh, I think so. I think we might have to might have to change it up and have regular call-ins, I reckon.
Yeah,
Easy.
definitely.
So actually that's the question I was going to ask you. I just remembered you said you watch a bit of the competition. What do you watch it on? Like how do you watch the American stuff and do you watch the British Speedway as well?
Yeah, I watch a lot of it's just on YouTube. I watch
Oh
it
yeah.
on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I watch it. I watch a fair bit of it. A lot of it's probably just the highlights I watch, like not the full races, but yeah, sort of watch it just to keep up to date and just see where they're riding at and stuff, you know. It's I was watching they haven't been there yet, I don't think, but the Peroya TT with the jump, you know, that's a track that just looks unreal, you know. I think that would be one that would be awesome to do. But just to ride there would be pretty sick, I reckon.
Have you met Luke Goff?
Nah. I know who he is, but yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
I
you'll
haven't
have
met
to
him.
have to have a chat about that track to him, won't you, Tom?
You got to,
Yeah,
yeah, make sure you got about 3 hours under your belt. But yeah, you definitely got to speak to Goffy. He's an absolute weapon.
100%. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. I reckon if you know how to scrub, you'd be able to scrub that jump pretty hard.
But you've got to launch off it from the up ramp, the right hand bottom, across the top on an angle. Because if you jump straight, the track fucks off that way. So you've got to. First time I saw it, I'm like, fuck this.
I think
what?
I think it's pretty big, isn't it? Actually, in person, like it doesn't do it justice on telly. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's actually pretty big. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, and even like just seeing them, you know, the twins go around there as well. Like that's unreal. Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to do. Have a ride on one of them. I reckon. Yeah. That'd be an experience for sure.
I think so. Yeah, I guess you're referring to a no budget American flat track twin, you know, $60,000 twin, not Darcy's XG 750 with a new set of wheels. And no, I love him. But I'm saying you can ride my XG, but it won't be anything like the American ones.
Yeah. That's it.
Probably not quite the same.
No, that's it. It would be pretty cool, I reckon. That'd be definitely a lot heavier than a 450, that's for sure. But the ones in America, they look like they're cool custom built things over there. Like they look unreal. So it's cool to see what they can do with them, you know. And they're going so fast on their mile tracks. Like I don't think the YouTube does it justice. It'd be good to see it in the flesh, you know.
Yeah, in person, it's unreal. It's literally the good thing about Lima, you can be right up against the fence and you're just getting covered in shit. Like you're literally eating it. But it's the same thing that say Springfield, you're pretty much at the fence as they're coming past your face.
Sounds unreal.
And it's nuts.
Yeah. That's great.
Can you feel the draft, Tom, when they go past?
Feel the draft. It feels like you've been hit by a freaking jet plane when they come past, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like
sorry, Reid, you go, mate.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's like riding you push you along the bloody freight train passes you, mate. Blows you off the road.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. be the same sort of feeling.
I was going to say, I was asking that question because I've got a fan choice account that I opened when they used to do it all on fan choice. They switched to flow racing, and now I have to wait until it's been out on flow till you can actually watch it. So I'm going to have to change next year because it's bloody frustrating. I used to do what you do and just watch it on YouTube, and then they changed how they release it on YouTube as well. So you weren't actually getting the mains. I think it was just the qualifying races and that. I don't know. Maybe they've changed it again and gone back to putting mains, but yeah, that's why I got the fan choice, and then actually end up watching the whole event. So if I make it time in an afternoon, or when the family are gone out, I put it on the big screen. It's awesome to watch. Yeah, I'd love it.
It's called Peacock TV or something now that it's on.
Oh, it's flow racing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Peacock TV is
how's that?
Well, if you look at the top right hand logo of Flow Racing, it's got the peacock symbol sitting right there.
Huh. Are you Googling it for us so we know what the hell you're talking
No,
about?
I'm trying to find what I was looking at the other day, and I saw it on that.
This shows you the 10 years difference in age, Reid, because he can actually Google and talk. I can't. If I was trying to Google and find something and screen share, yeah, just be dead here. I can't do it.
I won't be able to screenshot it now. I've got about 8 things open up on my laptop.
Oh yeah, so we can see all the race teams mappings.
Yeah,
you wouldn't understand them anyway. It'd be like being Chinese for you.
It doesn't matter, but I don't need to understand them. I just need to screenshot them and sell them to the opposition.
Or he's just got 8 different porn sites open.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Young bucks on dirty. He's got you all figured out.
Are you sure you're not related to Darcy with a dirty mind like that?
There's nothing wrong with being dirty, mate. It's part of being a human.
Yes.
Yes, Darcy.
That's funny as.
Oh, fun.
So, have you listened to any of our podcasts in the past?
I actually haven't. I put on I think it was one of your last one with Kelsey Jensen, yeah. And that was the last one. Yeah, that was the first one I listened to, and I was driving to work. Yeah,
What's the first and last one he's ever listening to, Tom?
No, definitely. I'm listening to more of them now.
I said to Reid, have you listened to any of the podcasts? And he said the first one and the last one that he listened to was the Kelsey Jensen one. So
there's a lot of other ones where we balls it up.
We had a new fan and we lost him in the first go.
Listen
to Luke Goss one. I tell you what, man, you'll be there for a while. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Put it on for sure. It's always good to hear the backstory, so that'd be good.
I was actually going to put you on the spot and say, how do you think we can improve it? But you haven't listened to it.
Got to grow some hair, Darcy, for the camera.
How's that going to improve it?
We got to get him back on more often if he keeps giving you shit like that. This is quality.
But I just want to know what you've got against bald men. But there seems to be a bit of a thing going. Seems to be something going on here. Were you attacked by a bowling ball when you were younger? Or?
No. You just keep on stealing all the lotion out of the supermarket. That's why.
Fucking hell, I haven't even polished it up. It's just natural.
No, he just goes to the ball shiner at the bowling alleys and just dunks his head in there for 5 minutes and comes out looking all schmick.
They don't have those in Australia.
Bit of polish.
Why, have you checked, have you?
What, for a ball shiner?
Yeah.
It's Manscaped's for something else, Darcy. It's not for your head.
Oh, all right. For your nuts. Hey, well, they could look like identical twins for all you know. It also includes the full body trimmer, that kit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
You're not a Gypsy Tales listener, are you? Do you listen to Gypsy Tales?
Oh, a little bit. Not heaps. I'm not a big. I haven't really listened to too many podcasts. But yeah, I'm more like I don't know, put on some tunes and I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really listened to
You're
too
still,
many, but
you're
I'll
still
have to chuck
young.
on
You're
some
still
more.
young. That's all.
Yeah, that's it, eh?
What
That's
music
it.
are
I
you
haven't got a
into?
good attention span. Yeah, I bloody fall asleep after half an hour.
What kind of music are you into?
Oh, bit of everything really. Listen to a bit of country, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's starting to listen to country. Like it seems like it's a new thing, but it's yeah, I don't know. Sort of depends what mood I'm in, guess.
Have you got
So
a
do you
big
listen to
head,
a bit of
or
metal to
is
pump you up before the race meetings, or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
a bit more
definitely.
chill to not hype you
Oh,
up as much?
I don't really listen to much music before a race. Like it's weird. I listen to music like on the way to the track, or maybe just even the radio. I sort of try and stay as calm as I can because I'm sort of the person that if I get fired up and I like for the meeting, I'll just be pinging and probably
Yeah,
make a few
loose, yeah.
mistakes. But yeah, I try and just stay calm. Maybe just listen to a bit of I don't know, probably Post Malone or something like that. Something just cruisy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, if I
fair
need to
enough,
get
fair
pumped
enough.
up, mate, Metallica, it's on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
definitely do it.
yeah.
I'm too scared to talk now in case he starts bloody ribbing my bald head again.
Go on, Darcy. What do you listen to before a race meeting? A bit of Enya? What is it? A bit of Casey Chambers? What do you get into?
Yeah, I know you boys. I reckon it's Miley Cyrus.
Miley
It's got
Cyrus.
it's
Yeah,
got to
Actually, I
be.
don't mind Miley Cyrus. A
She's
bit
not
of,
right. She has a
bit
couple
of
of
Justin
songs.
Bieber, Justin Timberlake. I like all the Justins. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually uh, punk and metal dude. But I do
Mm,
like country now, because Brendan, one of our riders, is into country, so I've had to
yeah,
listen to squillions of hours on our road trips of country
yeah.
music. So I actually don't mind it. But
What
anything
about
with a good rock
what
beat.
about Nickelback? What about Nickelback? Go much on him?
Mm.
The missus listens to a bit of Nickelback.
Yeah,
Um,
nah.
I'm not that flash on it. It's a little bit too commercial. I like more underground stuff, like you'll go and see at a local pub, just a couple this dudes he's screaming and yelling in a mic and slamming the fuck out of a drum kit. That's what I like.
Yep, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy.
Like
Yeah.
if you've listened to the intro of our podcast, that's actually me. So
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah,
Mad.
that's the sort of stuff I like doing. But
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bit more lo-fi. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like the commercial stuff.
Yeah,
But
I always wanted to like have a go at music, like maybe play guitar or something. But when I was at school, I think I done it in year 9, done music, and I
oh
looked
yeah.
it was like the bludge class you could go in, and like
Yeah.
I like the idea of it, but when everyone else was just no one else was doing anything, and it was like you do your theory, and then we never would play because the whole time we're probably just getting yelled at, really. But
Yeah.
I played in the school performance in front of the whole school. I stood up on the stage and I played the triangle in front of everyone. It was the funniest
Nice.
thing ever. Like, yeah. It was the biggest piss take.
That feel, were
But
you
yeah.
nervous that you were going to ding
Oh
it at the
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
time or what?
No, I was loving it. Everyone was laughing. The whole school. They were all laughing. But yeah, it was probably one of me highlights of my life. Playing the triangle in front of the school, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well,
Funniest
I
thing ever.
actually I played the trombone in a school brass band, a school concert band, and I got accepted
Yeah.
to the Christchurch Juniors Orchestra.
Was
And
that?
the first time I ever played at the school band, the conductor was going like this, and you meant to come in on 4, and I came in on 3, and just went. What? That's the only instrument to make any noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fucked it up right from the start. Nothing's
Yeah.
changed 30
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, man of many skills then. That's cool.
Oh,
You
tell you
right
what,
there, Tom?
Darcy, you
Yeah,
never cease
no.
to amaze me, mate. Every podcast is just something new and it's fucking quality.
I've
Yeah,
got
that's
40.
it.
I've got 47 years of fucking up, Tom, this year. That's just
Mate,
been going
we've
for
got
a
a lot of
long time.
podcasts to do if you want to get them all out.
Now shut up, because Reid's trying to say something. What are you trying to say, Reid?
I wasn't saying nothing. Mate, I just sit here and play the triangle. That's all I do.
Yeah, that's
With a
right.
cheesy grin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was been looking at you during this pod, and I think, yeah, I can see the cheeky side to Reid Battye. Well, what was it, Reid Battye? Battye. Maybe that's why they say Battye.
Yeah, he's trying to pick on my name now. Nah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've got to
it's the
find a
only
little
thing he's
petty
got on you.
things.
Yeah.
You've got too much hair, and you've got
Yeah.
baseball caps. That's a bit of style happening there.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, my hair's
Yeah, and how
doing
dare you be
nothing at the
younger than him?
moment.
Bit generic though. The black hoodie. You'll have to Hawaiian shirt next time or something, I reckon.
Oh, nah, mate. Nah. You won't catch me one of them. Maybe a flannel. Who knows?
The flannel. Oh, that's country. Yeah. Do you have a big leather cowboy hat or?
Yeah, I do. Oh, I've got a few hats, man. I'm a bit of a hat collector, to be honest. It's always the way. Like me dad, I come home with a new hat on, and like I think it's normal. Like who doesn't get a new hat every 2 weeks? Like you can't wear
I
the
do.
same one. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
need hats. I
yeah,
rely on
yeah,
hats.
yeah. It's right. And I have like 100, probably 100 hats, to be honest, and a lot of them are in
Yeah.
boxes. But
Yeah.
me old boy's like, what's that? Another hat? What are you like? What are you doing? So all of a sudden, I see him wearing around my hats. They're like only a week old, and he's like, "Oh, you got plenty of them, so you don't need them."
So, certain style that you like the most, like snapbacks, or do you mind the trucker ones? Is there one that snapbacks are probably the most comfortable one, aren't they?
Yeah. I've got a few trucking caps, but yeah, I wear a Cobra sometimes. I've got an Cobra. Got
Oh, yeah.
got a few other
Did
hats.
you win
Like,
that
I don't
one, or
know.
did you have to buy it?
Nah, I had to buy that one, mate. I didn't finish the Cobra Classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would have gone.
Oh, way to
I
bring
was
him
at that
down,
meeting, the
Tom.
one where you went down in front of you. That was spectacular. That was.
Yeah, it was a big crash, and yeah, unfortunately, I was leading the first run of it,
Yeah.
and then I got red flagged. And once I got past whoever was in front, I felt like I could check out, and yeah, when I got red flagged, mate,
You
I
were
seen the
100%. You were.
I seen the red flag, and I was like, oh, you're kidding. And then the rerun, yeah, first lap or second lap, whatever it was, and old mate went down, and I just had nowhere to go. It was scary. It was fast.
Oh yeah, your legs went up high, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah. I got a photo. Who sent me a photo? Oh, someone sent me a photo not long ago, and there's a photo of me, man, that's just like a full scorpion when I landed, like of my head just like reversed.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, fire, I was sore after that one, like real sore for like weeks. And yeah, I was lucky to walk away from it, I reckon, to be honest.
So that didn't
Yeah, that
screw
was
your old
spectacular.
injury up, your back injury?
No, it was all right. My back's actually pretty good. It's more my collarbone because last year, like, what was it, May or April last year, I broke my collarbone, and that put me out of action for a few months. And sort of last year, I was playing catch up. I was just sort of trying to get fit again, and yeah, just trying to get back on a bike because I was on a bike for a fair few months, and
Yeah.
so I just had to get over that one. But yeah, now we're back. So
So did they
yeah.
just let the bone grow back together? They didn't plate it.
No, they plated it up. They put a plate end to end, and they put 13 screws in it, and they had to remove bloody bone out of it, and it was a whole show. But yeah, it was a pretty solid scar. I don't know if you can see that one at all.
Oh, I think I can.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see it.
The
Yeah.
red mark. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I went in for a medical test on the day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you ever broken a bone?" I was like, "Oh, nah, never broke." I didn't even tell them I broken a bone. Hope they don't listen to this, but yeah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
But
Yeah.
can you describe, because I reckon it's pretty hard, but can you describe what's going through your mind when you're racing? Like, do you think it's sort of blank, or are you actually analysing shit, or is it just automatic?
Well, no, you're definitely analysing. I think it depends where you are in the race because I like if you get, I don't know, if you get like a terrible start, I think you're thinking the whole time like I need a pass to like get through. But like, in a race, like if you're sort of looking in front where where you're stronger than other people. Well, that's what I do. Always like analyze, like, okay, he's breaking here, or he's turning in here, or he's running that line, or he's doing that. But then when you're out front, it's sort of like just head down and go, you know. It's it's sort of different, but yeah, I always analyze, I reckon, in a track, especially like on dirt as well, like, you know, finding and looking where the dirt is to then ride in that to get the drive, or, you know, if it's a different track, maybe like Gunnedah, you know, it's sort of like you got to be pretty precise. So it's like staying on that line. But yeah, every race is different, and you sort of got to adapt pretty quickly to what's changing and what's going on.
And those techniques you're talking about, how do you practice them? I mean, I know you would have got a lot of them from road racing and that sort of racecraft from there, but how do you practice them now on your dirt bike? Do you get a couple of mates together, you ride with anyone, train with them, and sort of play chase and that sort of stuff, or do you use cones? Do you do any slow skills, or is it just all? Because I've seen some footage, I think, on your dirt bike on your farm. It must be, and it looks like you just go flat out all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got a few tracks, and some of them are like they're different. A lot of them, you know, like they're mainly just all natural terrain tracks, and they get pretty rough, to be honest. Like they do get pretty bloody rough, and when you're doing, you know, 30-40 minute motos around them, they get even rougher. And you know, it's good. I got a couple of boys that, because we moved now, we're at a different place, but at the old place, I was riding a lot with like Billy Hargy and a few other motocross boys and stuff as well. And yeah, like Billy, you know, he rides the Australian Off-Road Series, and he's riding for Husqvarna this year. And, you know, last year I think he finished second in his class in the championship. And this year he's running top 3 again. But it's it was good to train with him because he's fast and that sort of stuff. So, you know, be able to keep up was it's good. He pushes you, you know. You got to have someone there to push you, I reckon. You can ride around by yourself the whole time and think you're going fast and whatnot, but when you got someone that rides that sort of a different discipline to you, and you can sort of like push yourself in that area, it's good. And then he come and done a few flat track days, and mate, he was standing up down the straight. I'm like, what are you doing, mate? But yeah,
what do you mean he was standing up down the straight? Like actually
mate,
up on the peak?
Yeah, motocrosser, mate. Like literally, he come to Coffs and done a practice day, and he stood up. He coming out of the corner, he stood up, went down the straight the whole way on the peaks, and then come in standing up, and then eventually sat down. I was like, nah, you sit down the whole time. He's like, oh, this is easy.
But I had a few mates come from motocross and do a practice day in a Peen, and they did the same thing into the sweeper. They were flying down the straight sitting down, but they come into the turn and I was standing up. And I was following one of them, and I almost rear-ended him. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? He's like, well, just looking for a berm. I was like, you ain't going to find one here, buddy. You're up looking for it. He's like, this sucks.
Yeah. It's funny. They actually ended up enjoying it. And after the day, he was like, oh, mate, I've got to get a flat track bike. He was actually keen on it. So, you know, maybe one day there's another rider in it. So yeah,
because their series wouldn't clash with the AFTN. It would be finished by then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I think they've already had like 4 rounds or something of it, or 3 rounds or something. But I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of format as AFTN. They do round 1 and 2 like on a Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, and then, you know, 3 and 4. But it's he's done a few rounds already, so it'd be probably over soon enough.
I think if anyone's interested, I'm pretty sure that's on SBS. If you go on the SBS app into the sport one, I'm pretty sure it's on there, those rounds.
Yeah, I think it is the same channel as the motocross as well, I think.
Yeah, motocross as well. All we need now is SBS to jump on board for the AFTN, and then we're laughing.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if anyone can make it happen, it's Dave Maddock. That's for sure. So, you know, it's funny. When I was a kid, I actually used to work with Dave doing the social media sides of things, and I think he just employed me because he felt sorry for me, mate. He gave me Instagram posts of doing. You know, it was a pretty good job. It was pretty cruisy, but yeah, no, he's a good fella, Dave, and he's got a lot of experience within industry. So I think he can make stuff happen for the sport, which will be good.
He's got lots of good ideas and likes things to be done right. I think that's what shows through the most, to a good high level. And if you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly. So
Yeah.
I think
100%.
everyone's seeing that, and it will just be interesting to see what the next few years happen and how it develops if he decides to develop it. And it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully we get some stuff going down here as well. So I've been talking to him a bit about that, but mainly the stuff that I want to run down here. Not sure what AFTM will do. Eventually, I think he wants to have around down this end. But we need to make sure the numbers keep growing. So keep getting your motocross mates coming out and having a go, and
100%. That's exactly right.
That's for everyone, and just keep trying to push the sport, I guess.
That's it. I think definitely down the track there'll be possibilities for more rounds. If the sport, like, it's definitely growing. I think with the 19s, like, a lot of people have jumped on it in the last 2 years. So it's good to see, and I think maybe with this year, see how it runs. I definitely think it'll run pretty good. And there's going to be numbers in it, so it's now it's an Aussie Championship. Everyone will be in it, which will be good. But it'd be good to see more rounds, especially like even Coffs Harbour. Like, they have a pretty good setup there, and they can run 19s there, and there's a TT track for it too, so that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, you'll have to get to Coffs and have a crack. That'd be good. Where is that track? Is that over the hill or something? Like behind the big banana?
It's right. It's right behind. It's like just near right behind the hospital, Coffs Harbour Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty much in the centre of Coffs, which is cool.
Coffs is a funny town. We drove in there and we weren't sure if we were actually in the city or if we were in a suburb of it, or is it like a grid? Is it like a grid pattern, like the way it's laid out?
Yeah, it is weird. So the main part you drive through when you're like going through on the highway, that is pretty much like the city. Like, now they're going to do a bypass of Coffs Harbour, but the main part you drive through is like the city. That's where all the shops are and whatnot. So it's weird. You can go off, but then it goes to like beaches, and it's sort of like divided into like little parts of Coffs Harbour, I guess. Like, you got a couple of beaches with like shops and that, but
I think that's what happened to us.
Yeah, it's not like it's just one sort of area that's Coffs, So
because we ended up in this dodgy little hotel motel thing next to the ocean, which was cool because we went for a walk down the beach, and it had like a big bar next to it, the big pub right next to it.
Oh yeah, the Hoey Moey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So you were on the ghetto side. That's the ghetto.
Oh, it felt like the ghetto. Yeah.
You're on the ghetto side.
Don't walk around there at night, mate.
Oh, we did. We did. I walked around with my shirt off, showing my tats off, and lighting up the streets with my bald head. So no one will come near me though. Going, what's this fucking glowing weird thing coming down the road?
Look at this beacon with tattoos walking down the street.
Because I may have no hair on my head, but my body is the total opposite.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, it is. It's not a bad area, but that spot there is probably the worst. The worst part of it, I would say.
It was a weird dinner experience because there was like a rugby club, or you guys probably call it a footy club up that way. Having their end of a year or something, and they all started taking turns at standing up on the table and singing. It was just like, I'm eating my food, and this big burly bloke just stands up on the table and starts bursting out a song.
Mad Monday.
And then you pulled your trombone out and started playing.
You can come out in the corner with your trompe and give them
I can't carry I can't carry the trombone around due to respect for my wife, because otherwise I just be smacking the woman off me all the time. It's just terrible. Yeah, it's a woman. Women love tromboners because they're the best kissers in the world. That's why.
Oh, far yeah.
And we have other skills. We have other skills, being able to go for a long time, stimulating.
Strong lips, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Strong lips, good vibration
Oh,
levels.
funny.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh,
smiling.
You're killing me, Darcy. You're absolutely killing me.
Far out.
Oh, Tom, I think Tom's. Are you working tonight, mate?
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing there on
maybe.
one of your 6 screens?
I've got one to that side of me there. I'm just monitoring it, but there's fuck all going on at the moment.
You're all good.
What do you do for work, Tom?
Motorcycle tuner.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Step
did a lot of work
throughs,
with
mate.
Yamaha. But,
So you're on the dyno
yeah, no, I'm
right
doing a
now.
shitload of work with a few other teams.
Posty,
Yeah, awesome.
he works for Australia Post.
That's right. I got to make
Tuning
those Vespers
posters.
go broom. Get that mail out to him. I got to get Darcy's hair care packages to him real quick. So I got to make his bikes go fast.
Definitely
That would
working.
be funny if I gave a shit about being bald, but I'm actually very comfortable with being bald, so it's not that funny, Tom.
At least you save money on shampoo and conditioner.
I'll tell you what, it's the
Yeah.
cheapest haircut, the one you can do yourself. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Fucking oath it
Yeah.
would be.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
can
Get ready
100%.
quick in the morning.
The only thing is when you're a clumsy prick and you bump your head, everyone knows it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know-
Or when it comes
You
to
know-
winter and you literally freeze.
Apart
I got a
hat
photo,
collection.
Darcy. I got a photo actually. I done the full shave only like probably 2 years ago. I done the full razor, shave, bald, everything, drawn, and had I like
You
what I
look
do,
like Mini-Me.
yeah,
Is
I
that what you're
polished it
going to
up.
say?
Yeah, without the beard, I can't grow a beard from your life. But yeah, I polished it up and everything.
What's your background like? Are your parents full Aussie or are you Maltese, or why can't you grow the beard? That's
I don't know. I'm part Italian, and
yeah.
yeah, just never been out it really. It grows in sections, mate. It's like I haven't hit puberty yet. It's just like a section here, section there, and it's like it looks like I got mold on my face. So I just doesn't happen.
Well, we're definitely opposite there. I can grow a beard in about 3 days. It's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously no, I can't grow a head of hair to save myself. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not quite sure why my bald head has been such a topic tonight, but it's nice to change it up a bit, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. So, you haven't watched any pods really, apart from the one with Kelsey. So you can't give us any advice on how to improve it. So that's bloody useless. What other summaries have we got? You're going through the full season this year. Hopefully, you're not going to crash out in round 1. You're going to make everything else.
Yeah, let's hope. Fingers crossed. Nah, we'll be sweet.
And you'll be on. Sorry, I've forgotten his name. It's KTM.
Yeah, on KDN with
Adam
with
Leibke.
Australian Road Services.
Australian Road Services.
yeah.
Thank you, Adam's KDM. So good on you, Adam, for putting Reid on that, because we definitely want to see Reid competing at the rounds of the AFTN or Aussie Flat Track Nationals, because I reckon you make it exciting, mate. We enjoy watching your race.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we'll definitely have to have you on more often, because it's been pretty funny. And
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, we might have to get a couple of your boys' nights on camera as well, or something. I'll come and follow you around off Harbour, and we'll go and run amok in the ghetto.
Yeah, that don't happen
Get
very
blind with the Howie
often, but yeah. I'll have to get the camera out for a few.
We'll get Tom down there. We'll give him a couple of Red Bulls and what are they called? Fireball. Give him
Yeah,
a few
Fireball.
Fireballs. We'll get him going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Getting
So
fired up.
that's a bit of a young person's drink, that Fireball, isn't it? Is that
Yeah.
something you like? Slam a couple of those.
To be honest, I've only had it once, and I think the time I had it, I wasn't good. I think I was spewing most of the night, but it's
Hey, Darcy,
yeah,
when you see Goffey at Appen, ask him about Fireball at his wedding.
Oh,
yeah. It's pretty gnarly stuff.
Cinnamon Fireball.
It's nice. It's easy to drink. I ended up drinking, I think it was, maybe my 20th birthday, and I tried to scull a bottle of it, like a whole bottle, a litre, and I got I probably got 800 ml, 200 ml left, and that was the end of my night. Boys, half an hour later, I was off my chops.
Yeah, that's been a little bit piggy, I think, Reid. Like that's it tastes like Christmas pudding. You wanted the whole pudding.
Yeah, I was hungry.
Because
it's definitely
my
dangerous shit.
daughter, my middle daughter, Sky, she's a little bit younger than you, 21 this year, and she likes Fireball, and she got her mum having a few, and they said to me, "Oh, do you want some?" And I don't actually drink, but because I wasn't a good drinker, so. But I said, I think I can actually control myself now. So I had a sip of it, and it was a really cold night, and they said it's real warming. So I had a sip of it, and oh yeah, it tasted like warm Christmas pudding. Yeah, made my whole body warm. But I did get a headache from like a shot about that. No,
I had a drink for like
drinking's definitely not for me.
I had a headache for like 4 days after that one.
I
But
bet you
it
did.
was
Bottle. Yeah.
it was pretty funny. On my birthday the other night, we went out when my mates were here, and we had a couple of drinks here and stuff. We went out to the brewery in Coffs Harbour, and mate, breweries, like I thought, oh yeah, this would be sick. But they do like these, they're all like XPAs and lagers and stuff. And if I have a beer, I have like Great Northern, super crisp or something like that. And these ones, mate, you have like 2 beers. It feels like you've had a steak and an egg. Like you're full. Like it's the
they're
worst
heavy.
feeling.
They're fucking heavy.
Yeah, 100%. And like after about 15 of them, like you're pretty chockers.
How's your first training session back after a night out like that?
Terrible. The next day I trained. I trained
Sweat
at
a lot?
I went for a surf, and I jumped in the water and cleared myself out, and then went for a training session at Harvey, but it was not good. Not good at all.
Cleared yourself
But,
out.
rare occasion.
I'm assuming you mean you threw up in the ocean. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. First duck dive. First duck dive. Yeah, came all out.
Yeah, I used to feed the fish a fair bit when I was younger. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't nice, but it's a bit of a rare occasion for me to drink, to be honest. I don't really drink that much, but I'll have a beer here and there. But yeah, big night, sort of birthdays and maybe when going away or something with a few mates. But yeah, sort of stay off it a little bit.
You muster.
Yeah. Get on the radio, mate. Get on it. That's it.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, mate. While you're here, we had a bit of a talk off here. Unfortunately, there was a race incident over the weekend, which is really sad in the community, and all our love and condolences and everything goes out to the Coots family. Young Amelia obviously didn't make it from her injuries, but it's a tough side of our sport. Also, something that I did want to mention, we didn't want to go on about it too much, but also all the other riders in Australia and around the world that have lost their life racing motorcycles and doing what they love. So a shout out to all their families. And our thoughts and prayers are with you. Can't think of anything worse myself, being the dad of 3 daughters. And sort of makes me, it's hit home a little bit to tell you the truth when my wife says about me racing and stuff like that. So everyone take a deep breath and we'll get past it, and she'll never be forgotten along with all those riders. So we just wanted a quick shout out. I am dribbling on because I was sort of avoiding it, to be honest. Didn't really know what to say. So did you want to say anything, Tom or Reid, about that sort of stuff?
You go first, Reid, if you want.
Yeah. Just thinking of her family, and it's super sad to hear the news and stuff. And it is, it's a part of our sport. It sucks, and we all know the risks. And I think she was doing something that she loved doing, and she was a great rider, but taken way too soon, that's for sure. She was so young, and every time I saw her at the track, I never really spoke to her, but she was always happy and had a smile on her face, and I'll never forget that. So yeah, just want to say, thinking of her and of her family. So yeah,
it's sweet.
Yeah, just off the back of what Darcy was saying, just condolences to our family. I've been a couple of deaths in the past few years in our sport, and it's definitely nothing that anyone can prepare themselves for, or anything for that matter. But yeah, my heart goes out to the family, close friends and loved ones, and I hope anyone that is going through this time, that if you ever need someone to speak to or anything like that, just open up, and there's people out there you can talk to, and definitely, mate. Even it goes for Darcy as well. If you ever need someone to yarn to or anything like that, just send us a message, give us a call, and mate, we're all one big family. We all love doing what we do, but we know the consequences sometimes, and unfortunately, that's one of them. But and again, the heart goes out to Amelia's family and friends, and and Angel's grad. Sorry, choked up a bit there, and Heaven's going to another Angel, that's for sure.
Well said, mate. And it was great. It actually showed me one thing looking on the socials, how many clubs have put out I think just about every club in Australia has dirt track related club has made a post about Amelia, and I think it just shows what the community we do have here is all about. So it's fantastic. Bad news. Not the sort of news we want to hear at all. But sorry to end it that way, guys. The podcast, but we didn't really know what the best way was to do it. We've had Reid teed up to come on for a little bit, and we didn't want to talk about it right at the start either. So just think how lucky we are, and make the most of your life while we're living it, guys, and get out there and have a full on time and have a lot of fun. And until next time, keep it sideways. Go Flat Tracker.
Awesome.
Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.